Hello Blender folks, welcome and welcome back. I'm Pxy-VERSE and this is the continuation, another day by day Forge. Hold on, let me check the sound here. Hello Blender folks, yes, okay, so I have been away for about 1 week. Well, the weekend doesn't count. But a little struggle, but I'm back finally, so sorry about anything there. Some very difficult days last week especially, but now we are getting back to this to be continued thing, right? Continuous. Let's start with the soundtrack and to go back to the file here. And what I was nearly completing this melt rig and before the interruption, and so I was just making some posts here. So this was this thumbnail. So let's see what I need. I already tried Blender 4.2, just installed actually, but the add-ons, I'm not sure that I can get them back. Now they're called extensions, like Wiggle 2 add-on and something about shape keys, that we can apply modifiers even with shape keys. Those fundamental add-ons for me that I'm not sure they will work on 4.2. So here we are already on 4.1.1, and this version, at least these add-ons all work as I expected. And also as soon as I know they will work on Blender 4.2, it's an LTS version, I'll be using that, and there's radical improvements to the EV. I think it's EV next, right? Next. So that I've messed up a little. I found good results from the viewport, so that's really promising. But now we're doing rigging, we're not doing rendering, so let's do the continuation here. So where I was going to, it's too loud, sorry for me, my ears here, using a headphone. That amount, yeah, that should be okay. Then, okay, so here, this is what I need to do today. This won't be too long. Smaller takes on an anatomic shape key, so I need to retake this, what I'm calling an anatomic shape key is what we have here for the lips. Let's see, where's the object data mesh, yeah, object data properties, but no, this one, yes. So here we got it. So this is without any input from shape key. So basically this is rough. It's a very regular mesh. Let's also change this display shading here. Viewport shading, yes. So here, as we can see, this is very geometric, very regular mesh. Actually, could be slightly improved here. Wrong work here. Hold on. This should be done from the basis. Right, just some small tweaks here. This I've decided that it looks better for my rig in this way. But here's, I can make this slightly more regular, I guess. So okay. Anyways, so here is the rest position. And the rest pose is here. Okay, so without the anatomic shape key. So what the anatomic shape key does is that it will here, okay, it will create some anatomic shapes for the lips, stylized, right? So the problem is that when I made this, this is an older version, and I had made, yeah, so my plan, and I'm going to stick to the plan, that I remember. My plan will, I think there is, hold on, I think there may be some bones here that needs resetting. So let's go to bone collections, show all, and hide all, select everything, reset. Yeah, reset. Yeah, everything is to be reset. So now this is just something. Okay, so let's get back here, isolate there. Okay. Alright, so here apparently there is just something I need to improve on the tweak of the ellipse, but this is not for now. This is not, it will be important, but not for now. So currently what I need to do, also let's hide this mouth interior things. Let's see, mouth, arcades, right? Hair, eyes, all this that will just be difficulting our work here. So basically, let's make this walk thing slower. So just reducing with the scroll of the mouse, the zooming, so that slows down the walking. So I don't have to keep Alt press. Okay, so here and Shift makes acceleration. Okay, so here the idea is that I want to remake the anatomic shape keys based on, yeah, I should get this done from some sort of, yeah, unfortunately the grease pencil here is not good enough for this. Actually, let's try to, yeah, okay, let's ignore this the anatomic shape key, because we're gonna delete that. I'm just going to maybe manipulate this a little better. That seems to be, yeah, so I don't need to adjust these shapes here on the rest position of the mesh, because I want that mesh very regular. This is for the Universal Sonic Mouth rig to work. If you don't know what that is, this is a rig setup that is you can find on Blender Artist Forum. It's a documentation tutorial, and I'm using that those ideas, those concepts, that method part, a great deal of them, so I can make this sort of cartoony expressions. You see this kind of stuff, very crazy and incredible, right? So this is what, and we can still, yeah, so here I'm making it better because there are still some, it's not trivial, there are many things that can go wrong, but in the end, especially if the character design is not too complex, mine suffers because it's a little too complex, the shapes that I need. So this is not very easy to set up, but I really want to get this done. But so this is my mission right now. However, maybe I have talked about that you have listened, but currently I'm in a state in the Blender, in the CG art, that I want to find for myself a very stylized approach to doing everything. This is already stylized, but I think this is too much. I want even less. I'm going, this is sort of low poly already, but I want even more low poly. So I want to reach that simplified level of artwork in Blender, so that, and CG, 3D art, right? So that I can make my stuff more similar with less pain in relation to the 2D art forms, right? Because I draw these characters. This is Dorothy, her name, and she is an adaptation from the 2D. Yeah, let me show you the model sheet here. Grease pencil here. Not sure that will be very clear. Okay, of course this stuff is, there are more layers here and they are not all visible. Let's just try to, yeah, I'll have to, let's, if I say I hide everything, so I'll be able to see the, yeah, so this model sheet is for, this model sheet is more for there's some viewport that is better for, yeah, here. Okay, so this model sheet is not a totally for 2D. This model sheet was made especially for 3D. So there are a lot of research that and retakes involved in this solution, and this is the and yes, I can use this same model sheet to make a very, let's say, hyper low poly version, and I'm even considering the eyes rig and the mouth rigs, all those things that are more 2D relevant. I'm considering maybe trying a different approach for them to make this that much simpler to rig, because I need to do the rig for dozens of characters in the future. So if I have to redo this kind of rig all the time, I think this is counterproductive, and that is not the way I intended for my journey on 3D art. It was not what I thought. But when I started to learn about Blender and 3D, well, I had no idea about rigging whatsoever. Never even touched that. It scared me to hell. I didn't know that I would get... Okay, enough talk here. So I didn't know I would get passionate about rigging as it came up to be. So here's the model sheet, and so this is the kind of character design I'm trying to use. It's sort of organic like, so that is very difficult to get the good shapes in 3D, right? And to be stylistically accurate to what I imagine. So what I need to fix here though is not those things. I was showing that because here there is a mouth expression for rest position. I'm just gonna, it's a bit awkward here, it won't help totally. I just need the, it will be a bit awkward here, but it's not the, yeah, I'll just use this. So to a starting point, I'm gonna make perhaps an annotation here. So because modeling or sculpting without reference in a case like that, it's very hard. So I'm going to get the back, yes, okay. And so I want, yeah, let's go on rest position here. Let's hide the armature that we don't need. Let's go back into this. And so, yes, I'm not gonna try to, what I need to do is to find, to draw the lips. This is just, okay. Alright, so maybe, interesting. Yeah, so maybe when I was adjusting the lips, you see what happened to the bottom? Maybe the lips got shrinked, so it needs to be more like there, I think. It's not clear here because there are a lot of changes, but let's do, yeah, what I'm gonna do is, okay, so there's a shape something like that. The character design suffer lots of, yeah. Okay, so let's try to keep this thing. Yeah, it's like remaking the character design, but yeah, this mesh got really, after all some retakes that I was doing on the mount rig, this thing got completely disrupted, but we have some, at least there's good approximation. So here the mount is really stretched sideways in sort of an M shape. Yeah, I have lost, yeah, the model sheet is here. So this is clear that something terrible happened to the face. So I would never be able to shape these lips without a good reference here. So I think this should work. Maybe here, let's try this. Yeah, this is very sketchy, but that's often that's the way to go. So it's just mesh. I can change that later on. What's important really is the base shape. What is like? Oh, this is usually more protruded, right? Yeah. And then with this annotation, there's a lot of clicking, and those mesh are not getting. Yeah, it's being selected randomly. Okay, so let's see what kind of annotations I'm doing here. Okay, let's change this color. Then can I work here too? Yeah, it's displaced. It really doesn't matter. And so here, as from a frontal perspective, yeah, if I could imagine in 2D this kind of exaggerated shape. It is exaggerated like that for rigging purposes, so it's not like this character would have this expression. I'm not even sure I should bother about this, drawing this shape here. Well, maybe because of this, but it's very hard. It will be very hard to get. Yeah, it just doesn't make too much sense in 2D to draw this, so I'm gonna skip that, but the profile is more important to me. So what I'm going to do is that now I can, yeah, probably let's lock this stuff, and yeah, let's skip like that, and let's go on here, and I can hide already the model sheet. I can probably try to fix these disruptions that happen to the mesh with proportional editing. Those fixes should work. Just let's make sure that yes, all the mesh is selected, but I might have, yes, the mirror modifier is on, so it's not like the mesh is being unclipped or something like that from the center. So no trouble with that. Here I can just reorganize some of the mesh here. And there is subdivision surface modifier, so but still this could be better to keep somewhat like that. Conform this not only to the here, but to the profile, to what is better for the profile, right? So many things to be aware of. Yeah, something like that. So maybe that was disrupted precisely because I was trying to conform this only to some positioning, right, of the arrangement of the mesh. Arrangement of the mesh according to this new mesh topology that we see here. Is usually don't see this kind of face loop, right? Even for cartoon characters, usually the face loops are just around here, from the nose and and that's it. They don't go like that, but this is because of this muzzle structure of those stylized characters like Sonic the Hedgehog and other Disney and stuff and whatever. They have this muzzle, anthropomorphic characters, right? So you have this muzzle shape, and this can be used, so this mesh topology is quite smart for very exaggerated mouth expressions, and that should work for anime characters too. And I've seen many examples of that, so that's but it seems like there's not enough people talking about that. There's not enough, the knowledge about that is not very easy to access. So until I understood that, and only understood that quite recently, but there is know-how. The know-how exists, but it's still a bit, it's not so easy to find those kind of information on the internet alone. So unfortunately, but this is, I hope this gets more, because it works, right? It tends to work better, so I hope it gets more, how to say, pervasive, if that is the word in English. It gets spread everywhere, right? So here let's try to work on this. Yeah, this is not done yet. Even all right. So we got some problems here. Yeah, there's two problems here. This was not very expected actually, because I have the problem of the unmatching character design on one hand, and on the other hand I still have the anatomic shape key to handle. But here I have another problem, is that the mesh is so non-conforming to the, that I'll have to perhaps to get everything here. Yeah, at least I can block move that. Yeah, exactly. Otherwise I'll end up disrupting the regularity of the lips on the mesh for that universal sonic mouth rig. So I'm just gonna do that, push everything forwards, and from this I can start working some of these shapes here. Yeah, so you see that this is not linear, but that's okay. Let's try to move this slightly forward, so as the mouth protrudes in front of the right, it makes sense, in front of the muzzle, the face, right? So that's not incorrect. But from that protrusion, yeah, that will create some problem with the bones. I have to refix the rest bones positions, but that is for later. Yes, but I needed to fix that. This lining seems to remain good. So now what I need to do is to, from this condition, the rest position of the mesh, I will work on a new anatomic shape kit, because this is the old one. I'm going to delete it. But I'm going to work on from here. So this is anatomic lips 2. So what I'm going to do here, the subdivision surface, yeah, it's not gonna be important. It's not affecting this position, the binding rest pole, so that's fine. So what I need to do here is from here on edit mode I need to start shaping it. And so here is the challenge, the sculptural challenge. I'm gonna do that from, yeah, let's put on 1. And so here there is, yeah, so here starts the challenge. So I'm going to use this to play as I usually did, or was to use this as the mesh that of the ellipse that will, as you can see, go down here. So they are sort of the lower part, they get this curvature there. This one will protrude. Actually, this is very incorrect. Sorry, let's. I see the model here, the model sheet. So let's try to. Yeah, so I can. Oh, there's some difference there. So yeah, so it starts to. So I can work this more freely, because this is exactly the thing to go wild here on the anatomic shape. So we can be very creative here, because this is no more the rest position. The rest position is regular. The shape key, the anatomic shape key, anatomic ellipse shape key is the one to go wild. Where I can explore whichever is relevant here, because this won't be affected, won't interfere directly with the how do you call, the skinning algorithm of armature deform, the deforms, right, of the mesh through wave painting. So this is just shape key stuff. Yeah, I'm messing up the shapes here, this is terrible, but let's try to... I'll eventually find out. So what I need is that I need another... Yeah, these ones, I'm gonna also push them forward. So this one will be on the top, front top. So you see what is starting to build here. So what's happening is I'm taking the inner mesh there that is very regular and pushing it forward, like the mesh is rolling on itself, right? And so this way I can remake the shape of the ellipse without adding more geometry with subdivisions. Yes, there would be easier ways, but because this is low poly, I don't want to make a lot of subdivisions to solve that. It shouldn't be required, but having more mesh here actually only makes things, well, not only, but there's a drawback that you have more deforms to care about, and wave painting there can really get messed up very easy, while with with less quantity of mesh is just simpler to do stuff. Here let's take off the proportional posing. Let's turn it on again. So here I want this, yeah, so I need to push this whatever. So these anatomic shape of the ellipse are very delicate, so it's very hard to, and now at this point these annotations are very opaque, so let's turn this, yeah, they're much better now, right now. So you see how that's going here. What I can do is, of course, can smooth this out, this whole face there, and so as I proceed here, eventually I should be getting why don't I have the mirror? Maybe the mirror would be good right now to have, yeah, something like that, or like that, not sure. Here I cannot select the mirror, but yeah, this is maybe it's better, even though it's a bit confusing because the colors are different, but that's fine. So here I'm starting to, I want to shape the lips like, yeah, I don't care if that part, because this is not an expression the character should have, but I want still to make this shape. I hope that will work in the in other poses. Usually it works, like you just getting the shapes to be more anatomical. That's usually good in this approach. So it mixes well, like in between cartoon and realistic, well, cartoon and 3D, whatever. Yeah, it mixes well in my opinion. So even though it's not super precise because of all the constraints that I have to deal with in this mouth rig. So there are interesting shapes to develop here, and if at some point in the animation, in the 3D animation, the lips are too protruding or are exaggerated in anatomic shapes, you can just maybe change this stuff, right, and get them more elegant, cartoony, less anatomic revealing, let's say, less intense in anatomic shapes, and that may be better sometimes, but I'll shape them with the maximum amount of expression, anatomic expression possible for this character design, in my vision, of course. So this character can have sensual lips, but they won't be like very sexy, like big lips with lipstick, anything like that. It's just slightly sensual, just like that. Yeah. There are other characters in this character in the universe that I create, which have more sexy appeal on their lips, but it's not the case of this character, Dorothy. Even though it's possible that because of the 3D adaptation, well, maybe that is not a bad idea to make such lips slightly more appealing in some way. Yeah, sexy. But that is, I will have to find it. Oh, by the way, you see that I have these shapes here. Yeah, these are marks, they are edge marks of what is kind of them, creases. They are creases. Yeah, so they are maximized creases, so that will define these exacting. Despite this works together with the subdivision surface modifier. So here they are a bit chaotic. I need here to have creases too. So I'll put that on 1. So everything here is on 1, in hopes that I will be able to, maybe it's not need to be 1, but let's start with a value of 1. And here I'm not sure if I need any crease, but I could consider something like that. I'm not sure. That's a good, yeah, I don't know. Here probably this should be, let's put this smaller. Yeah, so this is shape key, so this is not the regular mesh. So you see what's happening. And let's go back here. So the lips here are not working in respect to the subdivision surface modifier. So I've been questioning if I should, why this is happening. Oh, the lips are suffering from shrink wrap muzzle. That's it. I need to revise this. Yeah, this is already on the list here. Re-verify shrink wrap mod. Yeah, because I'm picking mesh that is inside there. That mesh here that shouldn't be affected the way it is by this shrink wrapping. So it shouldn't shrink wrap to the like the rest of the rig. So already certain edge loops here are not shrink wrapping the same way. So I have a plan to make this whole system maybe gradual in terms of the modify shrink wrap vertex group, and this is very specific because this technique would because here we have the mouth region surrounding the lips, which should shrink wrap like zero, like on the surface of shrink wrapping neatly on that. But then we have this one that starts to require to be, well, this one needs to shrink wrap less, it needs to protrude a bit more sometimes, this one even more, yeah, and this one's maybe even more. But then as we go to the geometry that is like not inside the lips, but you see then things go the other way around. They need to shrink wrap more probably. So it's like a curve, that a bell curve, something like that in terms of, and so this is not trivial. You need to put some thought there. And also I'm risking of lacking geometry in the shapes that I'm doing, but I think not. We'll see. I still have for the lips. Yeah, so the problem is that I cannot shape the lips properly. On the rest position, it's difficult to shape what is there. It's too confined. So maybe I should just operate better. I should give more space here. Yeah, start working from what I have here. Something is missing. Yeah, there is a disappearing. But why those things are there? Very far further away. So yes, so maybe this is a mistake. Proportional. Yeah, so there's some questions which because of the mesh geometry topology that I have for the ellipse, which was studied. I'm not sure if the best solution, but so far I've been relying on that and I don't intend to change it. So the fact is that, okay, this curves well, but then this, you see how it starts to differentiate, but I think this is not, and this is very different because the top one in this case matched like the extremity. That's what I want actually. I want this to match like the extremity here, but this is not the same edge loop as this one. So there the ellipse is already inside for the top, or in the ceiling, right? Which you don't see very well. Yeah, this, but for the bottom lip it's already going there. So those asymmetries makes it more complicated to understand and to model in some sense. But it's okay, it's not the first time I'm attempting this, so I know it's feasible, it's perfectly feasible. It's just not it's not, I don't think it's wrong, it's just how the lips are maybe. In nature I don't know if that's really, because there's no polygons there, right? So it's a different structure, right? But here we're dealing with polygons and this happens. So so it's arguably what should be the best approach. And if it's of any value to try to match those edge rings for simplicity or for whatever regularity. So the question I have here is that I don't remember the need of this one because of the subdivision surface modifier. So in the bottom area here, maybe I wouldn't need this one. So there will be to push this right to where this is. And so let's see, where's the subdivision? Okay, let's take off this shrink wrap. This is the subdivision. Yeah, I can work with the subdivision. This could be useful since I'm using it anyways. Maybe it's a good idea. Yeah, but here what I want to assess is this. Yeah, the ellipse is too thin right now because I'm still not able to work in the inner parts. I'll have to find a proper solution for that. Maybe hiding mesh. I don't want to be shaping the... Yeah, what I can try to do is... No, but then everything will change. Yeah, if I go back on the rest position to pose, yeah, I'll have lots of problems, I think, because we have already a difference. I can try, but then what will happen that I'll have to enable this stuff here, armature, on cage, and edit, and then edit mode and on cage, and that might cause some... We'll try. Maybe that works. Maybe that will work, but not right now. Right now I'm concerned about getting the best I can through that. So now that I'm seeing what the subdivision is doing, could I actually get... Yeah, so I think I'll do that because that's the way I've done before. So you see here, these vertices, they do exist. So let's pick those things and try to rotate this stuff. Yeah, I don't know how to rotate them. Yeah, so roll themselves. This is going to be a mess. But anyways, it's not too hard to be dealing with this mesh. So the idea is to bring this forward. So that mesh would make, due to the subdivision, right, it will be forced to make this motion, right, forward protrusion. And from that it will enable me to work this one already in the front. Yeah, so for that I'll take off the proportional posing. It's off, but it's still pushing for some reason the mesh there, but this is just a, I think, a subdivision illusion. This is completely exaggerated. Oh, I can have the subdivision optimal display. Yes. So with the, no, not this one. I don't know what is that. It was by default, it was, yeah, it was on. So the optimal display will help me know where are the subdivided vertices. So you see what's happening here? It's like I had a vertex there, but it's not. It doesn't exist for real. It's modified. It's generated, right? Procedurally. So I can use this reference. So this is why I was habituated to have this as the bottommost one. So actually I need to push these ones here. Yeah, let's change these positions. Turn on again this stuff. Bring this back. Yeah, so this is plausible. This is possible just because I have the subdivision surface modifier. I've been learning from experience and by other Blender artists that the subdivision surface modifier is very demanding. You see what happens here? It's very demanding on the rotating the vertex. Don't change that. It's interesting. It's very demanding on the machine, on the CPU, whatever GPU, I don't know, is the processing power, right? And so that makes that why use this stuff, right? So if this is low poly, is it really relevant? Then we have this stuff that is really cool, the edge crease feature that only works, by the way, with subdivision surface modifier, and so I don't know, maybe subdivision modifier is just a temporary resource for modeling, rigging. So my idea would be, because for example for physics I've realized that this affects the subdivision source modifier, lags the animation. So this is not very good. And many other stuff, right? So, well, we can just turn it off. And the problem, if we just apply it, is that we end up with a lot of mesh, right? So that's bad for low poly artwork, right? So I'm still trying to make up my mind about, unfortunately in Blender it's very heavy, and that's not good for many. Depends on the computer also. For my computer, it's, which is sort of not a incredible computer, but it's a new computer, so it's still, it even has a graphic card. This computer I had for 10 years didn't even have a graphic card. It had an integrated one, very weak. Okay, so I'm making these anatomic shape keys with the help of this on cage stuff, right? So optimal display, maybe this is, so here is the thing. Let's change this to actually, yeah, let's give it a, I think I've added something else. No, what I want is Shift E1. Alright, so we have, so I'm preserving very cartoonic shape. Maybe here I can make like negative 0.5. This one maybe also negative 0.5, so just halfway. This will stay at 1. This I'm not sure if I want this really, so I'm gonna just make it also negative 0.5. It will be half of the thing. Is there anything else that here I'd like to, no, I think just that for now. Oh, this one. Okay, let's do also negative 0.5. And so you see it's starting to get an interesting shapes, but there's still a lot to accomplish here. I'm not very certain about some shapes here. But in principle that's it. It's sort of starting to work. I could, let's hide some stuff here. Hide that. Just make sure not hiding the lower part. Can that work? It's not very easy to work like that, right? But I can have a selection vertex group just to improve that. So what matters here is that I finally going to try to work on these ones. I'm gonna push them forward because this rolling aspect, right? I want this to be rolling properly. So I really need to shape this volume here, and I need this kind of thing to be apparent. And now I'm starting to get this better. Yes, so there might be some clipping there, but for now, oh, here's some remaining vertices there. Not important. Important to render invisible, to hide actually, and then yeah, maybe smooth this out. And so yes, so we ignored what is behind, because what is behind, I think this will be the last one to, let's push it slightly forward, I think, and up. Let's unhide here the mesh and see. This is not good. Select material, hide. Okay, let's look from the inside and see if there's anything. So you see, I cannot hide the top lip because it will hide something on the bottom lip. So it's already having some intersection there, but it's very confusing right now. Yeah, I'm not able to understand, so I'm going to use this. Yeah, this might be slightly better to work with. So let's hide the upper here. Yeah, okay, I see what is clipping. So here, alright, so this will be the melt interior. So I can probably reshape this because we're working on that there. So that doesn't need to be as it was before. I can also smooth this out maybe. So this is, as you see, this is the inner wall. So I can probably, yes, something like that. I can redistribute this mesh. This is a bit no. This is not dangerous because this is not the. This is the shape key, the anatomic shape key. This is not the. This is not the how do you call it? The rest position of the mesh. So I can totally smooth out. I can do anything with those mesh at this point here for the anatomic shape key, provide it doesn't get too different from the. So I say it seems to be shaping well for that expression, but there's something about the fact that it doesn't look. Yeah, it's a bit too heavy here. Okay, always make sure we got the proper shaping. Then here, this, yeah, now a lot of work was made on the lower lip, but now I have to handle the top lip. And for the side lip, I can just keep on working on the smoothing part, right? So hold on, I'm not sure what I did there. Hide here, hide, yeah, smooth a little, hide. Okay, let's try this. This interesting. If I keep adding, I can hide this mesh, right? Then I get that. Good. Yes. So here, let's start to work on the exactly what I needed. So here, let's push that back. Get this thing smoothed out. Maybe push this. This wall doesn't look very nice here, so let's try to actually, yeah, let's make this wall a little more yeah, smooth here, do something like that, smooth again. Then okay, then here, yeah, it's now, it's, we see that it's flat there, it's ridiculous. Let's push this, pull this forward. make this more circular, make this also more to the front like that, also more, so more spherical. Now we can push this back, but what is maybe important, yeah, maybe let's push this forward, rotate, smooth. I'm not convinced about the shape that is getting. I think it needs to be more. Let's look from here. Oh, I see. Okay, maybe what was lacking is that some shape like that. Yes, the problem is that, yeah, both, yeah, this stuff, yeah, something like that, yeah. And then perhaps this is the, yeah, so maybe I'm having some differences here in the approach, because the, yeah, so this one, okay, no, this is interesting. Okay, so it's like, is the, of course the shapes are different, but what you get is that we have 3 vertices here, let's say. So it's like one is going, the other is in like protruding, so it's like this is the maximum protrusion. So instead of being a pointy edge ring that is like, it's like the faces, a face loop that protrudes. And folks, this is real mesh, this is not subdivision, right? Right, so in this case I had the geometry sufficient to do that, and you see there's beautiful shapes there for lips, but a bit deformed. So let's try to get this better. Yeah, so that will be a little troublesome, especially in working with this amount of, yeah, I need to see that on the perspective of the, yeah, so it looks different when I swap, so this is confusing. I'm not really sure. Yeah, this is a shrink wrap. No, there's something else. Anyways, there's, yeah, this will turn off for now. Maybe I can do some work here. Oh, forgot some details here. Yeah, there are more things to take into account. I knew I was forgetting. I sensed I was forgetting a lot of important things. Front view is also very important, and so here we can also pick all these mesh, and hope I didn't select anything wrong. Let's yeah, since I have proportional editing, let's just, yeah, then I can smooth, do that. Just don't smooth too much, because I don't know what I'm doing to the sides. I'm probably disrupting a lot of the work that was there already, or maybe not. Then here, let's smooth this. Here probably I can push, rotate, pick the face. Maybe these don't seem very regular. Let's do something like here. Let's try to create this sort of, some sort of this is the cursor that is in front, is not a edge, not an edge. Let's try to bring that. Let's pick that. Ah, this is good. Good smooth on this one. Yeah, that gives good control. So still something is weird here. I think this one, the top lip is too much. So yeah, I see it from the drawing that I've made. So let's try to fix that. Rotate this. I don't think I can get this thing right here with this. It's too confusing with the subdivision surface modifier. I was just looking too close, so that's why I could never understand what why I'm seeing the model sheet here. Oh, hello, sorry I didn't, hello there, hello Master Vikazawa, welcome back. So sorry, I was too distracted. So how are you doing? And so here, this is the, oh no, this is the, no, this is my, no, this is just annotations. Yeah, it's annotations. There we go. So I think this makes some good retake on this anatomic shape key. It took a lot of time to fix that, but to remake it actually, but that's a good cause. I'm still concerned about some shapes here, so I'm still editing the anatomic shape key. Let's try to, oh, I can scale down this stuff here. Scale down, that's a good idea. Maybe it's dangerous, but it's proportional editing, so that should be fine. Yeah, this is looking good. Then let's turn on again the anatomic shape, anatomic lips side. Yeah, so here it's very hard. I don't know if maybe I need to play more with this stuff. Maybe, yeah. I could perhaps change the, yeah, so maybe like set this to 1 and this one to 1 as well. So maybe that's the way to go. So I have a full control here of the shapes, but this causes also some sharpness that is, or maybe I do something intermediary for specific those lips, so like negative 0. No, something like, okay, Shift E, negative 0.25. So like a middle term. It's still not good. So let's add 1 again. Maybe I need to do that to that one too. Okay, all is 1, but okay, we see that this is not good enough. So let's do a Shift 1, negative 0.1. No, Shift E1, okay. Shift E negative 0.1, which is very few, very small amount, but I'm not sure that did what I want. But this one, yeah, this one can have a maximum. Shift E1, alright. And here, let's try that. Push this down. This seems to be, yes, I could probably get this a little more shrinked, because the top lip is should be very, yeah. The problem is that the mesh here, because of skinning algorithms, it's very easy to get it disrupted, like clipping whatever intersections here. They wreak havoc a lot if the mesh is too this helps. Okay, I'm gonna smooth this out. Let's see if I can smooth these faces here. Maybe that helps. Yes, so in principle this is a good shape. Yeah, I think this is working, folks. And yeah, maybe the top lip is a bit too large here, too thick. Let's try to improve this. It's not too much, it's just that I need this to be slightly better. Let's see from this perspective. Yeah, from the side view, maybe it seems a bit too much. So maybe here I can. No, this is very bad. So I really don't know what to do with these shapes here. So what happens there is really bizarre. So let's try to give a 0.9. Shift E 0.9. Doesn't seem to help. So Shift E negative 1. So instead, let's get this one. Shift E 1. Shift E negative 0.05 then? No. So Shift E negative 0.001? No. I think there's a limit there. Just so what I want is really something like that. So apparently this gets really problematic in the so I really needed to do that special for just that one. So keeping that in mind is difficult. The color is, for me, doesn't tell too much difference, nearly not a difference at all, but we can still check the value there. But yeah, so I just need to remember that this is a different setting. And now let's go back to the sound here, the music. Let's go. YouTube is trolling. Go back to the beginning here. Trolling again. Okay, folks, here I'm going to continue here. Maybe smooth this. No, not that. Let's just try to improve this. So overall, yeah, the front view. Yeah, let's fix this front view. Something like that, right? Also the lips for the front, it could be something like that, should be nice. Yes, smooth, yeah, smooth this out. It works like some sort of, maybe here let's push this to the middle. All those chains didn't operate a lot from the side view, so here could I have this exaggerated protrusion here? I think that's fine. Just gonna fix a little here. Maybe having this smoothed out. Maybe here have some more regularity on this. Just in case, let's smooth this out. Perhaps push this more to the front. Maybe this one a little more. Something like that, yes. Then maybe here having a tilting here. And here lower, 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 higher, 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 higher. Good. Yeah, just here, lower. And let's smooth this out. Now it does good, very close to that. Yes. That's something here. All right, maybe just here. Yes, this is okay with the strange shape there. Should the curve here is sort of messed up. It's not sure there. Yeah, it's because of the subdivision again. Not sure if that helps. Nah, that is a terrible idea. Maybe I should do something like 0.5. Nah, not good. Shifty 0, shifty -1. Sort of a box structure here. I forgot these ones, alright. Yeah, so I think the original was like that. There's some problem about this one. Don't know how to solve that. Maybe? No. I haven't dealt with anything like that exactly before, so there's, for some reason here there's a good continuation of the curve, but then the curve gets... Maybe it's just some deforms that are messing everything up. Oh, I'm changing the... No, what I'm doing? I'm changing the shape key. Alright, no panic. I'm going to go back to the basis, get all these. Alright, so I need to pick all that is not from there. Yeah. Good, then I get I think it works like that. Blend from shape, blend the basis, add, yeah, there you go. So okay, I just dissolved all that. We're back to here. Good. So if we compare now the difference between the anatomic shape keys, so this is the new one. So indeed very anatomical, although this is very exaggerated. This makes just a small adjustment here. Don't need that anymore. So here's the old one. You see, it's very ugly. It was disrupted and rendered incomplete, so I gave up on that and restart from scratch. And here we get something. Oh no, this is normal. This is all that. Okay, or maybe it's not normal. Well, whatever, it's without this that looks good, I think. So let's delete this one and lock this one so I cannot destroy it. Let's check now the results in the posing along with pose position. Let's see now what this will look like. Well, the bottom lips seem to be working like it's not too bad, but the top lips seem to be suffering a little, and on some poses. However, on other poses the bottom lip seems to be working fine though, very in a quite accurate way. So the bottom lip seems to be cool, but then what's happening to the top lip? Let's see. It's more posing, more tests. Also the teeth will help. Let's look at the mesh, and the eyes, whatever, yeah, whatever, it will help here to assess this. Mouth, arcade plus tongue, so what's happening to the arcades? Let's reset those bones. Something seems to be failing here that I'm not aware of. Okay, so there's some strange happenings on the deforms of the lips, the corners, stuff that may not be exactly related to the anatomic shape key. We're gonna, but overall, you see the bottom lip seems to be very cool now. Let's see. There's some strange things there. Let's assess what happens. So here that I'm mentioning, maybe an in-between could be ideal for certain, even for generic animation. So there is some versatility here. So maybe this is, even if I shape everything in a very detailed way, maybe the best way to go would be an intermediary state. So what is going on in part right now is that the rest pose is a bit messed up, and I think that is because of the shrink wrapping that I'll need to reassess. Oh, time to stop the stream, hold on. Yes, sorry folks, I'll have to interrupt in a few minutes here. But anyways, yes, let's just assess this to know if that was the case. No, shrink wrapping. Shrink wrapping is not affected. I do not understand. Oh, of course. Because the bones, they are set to the, not to the mesh, but to the, okay, to the invisible object that is behind. So it's not this. However, okay, so why this is happening, it's just maybe I need to reassemble this. Yeah, I need a better rest position for those. This is just a, it's just its shape, custom shape, so this doesn't matter. Actually oh no, I'm not on Blender 4.2 LTS yet. That would be the change of the wire, the thickness of the wire. Okay, if I turn this off, it's not here, it's, you see, it was always here. So what I need here to do is simply change the position of these bones to have a, and here I'm not sure what's happening. It's like the arcades are not following correctly. Something feels different about how the top lip is moving in relation to this. But I haven't changed anything that I remember, so it should just be maybe something about the lips, right, folks? I like this expression. So this is not working very well. I need to address something here about the arcades. Oh, it seems that maybe something is broken about that part of the rig. I don't know, maybe some bone constraints that are failing. Anyways, yes, so maybe this is something about the wave painting that I've done. Actually, let's also check. Yeah, the anatomic shape key is sort of causing some issues there. So maybe I just need to revise something that I've done to this mesh here. So maybe I've made something. Maybe I've exaggerated something there. Need to unlock that. Ah, maybe it's this shape here exactly. Shouldn't be hard to figure out. There is a less resource, of course, if I see what happens. Of course, this relates to the when this bone moves inside, so could be a more a wave paint thing too. I need to get them dissolved, right? Or just when this bone is pushed, maybe no, it's more about the positioning of this one. Maybe it needs to, but it's still more, yeah, the distribution of waves. Maybe this one holds too much waves on this area, or too less, something relational like that. And then wave painting, but last thing, let's check for the anatomic shape key here. Let's see this, and let's try to let's play with this thing here. Maybe if I edit it from here, the gizmo gets displaced to the original. This is very complicated. Maybe I can try to smooth out these shapes here. I don't know what the result will be there, but maybe in the original, but we can, yeah, I can check here. So, but it's hard to be doing that back and forth, so the idea is to be smoothing these shapes. the controls get inversed because of this feature. Then let's get some smoothing here. No, not that much, just here. Alright. And this is the shape key thing. Yeah, it got some improvement. And actually this is a cool rest pose. Yeah, let's say it improved like at least about 30%. So this, what was very brutal, now seems to be like better. But we still have some problems with the shapes on the top lip and many things to be done. Yeah, there's something to address in this automation. When I move this up, what is happening? This maybe doesn't move. It has the parenting, right? Yes, it moves by parenting, but so that this bone which is also parented, so I need to change the rest position of the arcades. Yeah, so okay, so last thing I'm gonna just check if that is true. So if I turn off mirror, or no, just do that. The top teeth, no, they are already pressing on the, but maybe I need to address that. Yeah, so many things to check here, but at least I can say that the anatomic shape key was redone, retaken, and that is very important. What looks like some strange clipping there. This shouldn't be good. I have to investigate that later, but we have good, we can make good certain good pose already. So let me just take some notes here. So let's go here and okay, smaller takes on anatomic shape key done, verify. Okay, so partially done because I'm gonna yeah, so this is important. Then check yeah, final retakes on wave pin, this will be good. Verify rest pose. Yeah, fix rest position is surely top lip. So note may include lip, yeah, not the depth, but yeah, right. Final takes on the, so this is annoying. Maybe this should go first. No, we'll try to fix this. This is also very important. This then have assessment, expression of trauma. Yeah, so fundamental poses. I need to sketch this out. So yeah, so instead of that, we can do this directly in the grease pencil online. So model sheet of 2D cartoon not expressions. Yes, so this will be, we'll do this live. That will be, and we need this very soon. As far as ellipse wall, extra shrink wrap modifiers, yeah, this is associated with this. If ever we're gonna do that, so it's more experimental, doesn't matter, and that will be the conclusion. But we fixed that, so we are just tweaking now. Tweaking, the mount rig is functional, but we need to improve the top lip. The forms are really not very appealing. They seem distorted in many ways, so if I fix that, then it's done, because I already fixed the anatomic shape key, anatomic ellipse shape key. So here now it's just, this is the priority, and this may be related, so I need to re-verify this anyways, and that should help improve the results. And then we make this expression online, and then I what's that, for pose assets. Yeah, that's it. And that is it. That's it, folks. So thanks for watching. See ya tomorrow or any other day during the week, not the weekend. I can't guarantee the weekend will be on. Take care and happy blending. I believe I need 2 more days to complete that. So 1 day for this, another day for this. See ya, folks, and take care.